Have you ever shared an idea in a meeting and it just kind of disappears after you say it? There's no traction. No one asks a follow-up question. Not a single person says, "Tell me more." And then someone else says a version of your idea, sometimes less thoughtful, and suddenly everyone's nodding. That's not because your idea wasn't good. It's because meetings reward what's easy to grab, so to speak, in real time. And introverts, especially those of us who are especially thoughtful and prepared, often lead with context because we're trying to be accurate, we're trying to be responsible. But when you lead with context in a fast moving discussion, people can't find your point fast enough and they mentally move on. So today, I'm going to give you a framework that makes your thinking instantly trackable, even if you're not the loudest in the room. I'm Stacy Chazen, founder of the I Factor. I help quiet professionals unlock their influence, impact, and income by leaning into the strengths they already have. Today, I'm teaching you a two-sentence communication framework every introvert needs to have your ideas heard and respected. And it works in meetings, in hallway conversations, and even when you get put on the spot. So here it is. Sentence 1 is your point. Sentence 2 is your reason or the impact. That's it. Most people do the reverse. They start with background, qualifiers, a long runway up to their idea, and then maybe they get to the point. This flips it so the room immediately understands. 1, what are you saying? And 2, why should I care? If you're introverted, you might recognize this moment. You're thinking, I want to say this perfectly. Many of us are perfectionists. So you keep adding context to make your idea precise. But in real meetings, people aren't listening for precision first. They're listening for the headline, the thing they can hold on to, your big idea. The two-sentence framework I'm about to give you protects your best thinking. It helps you sound confident even if you don't feel confident already yet. Because in meetings, when you speak with clarity, people view you as confident. They pay more attention to what you're saying, and they're likely to see your ideas as thought leadership. In turn, they see you as a leader. So here are two versions you can memorize, two I factor approaches, I call them, and I'm going to give you real fill-in-the-blank examples you can steal. The first one is what I call template A, and it goes like this. My recommendation is blank. That's the specific action or decision you want. Because blank. And that's the business, organizational reason, or impact. Here's a few you can try right away. My recommendation is we pilot this with one team first because it reduces risk and gives us proof before we scale. Or, my recommendation is we simplify the scope to the top 2 priorities because it saves time and prevents rework. Or, my recommendation is we bring legal in now because it avoids surprises later. So notice the first sentence is the decision, and then the second sentence is the business or organizational reason, risk, time, quality, cost, customer impact that you're making the recommendation. Here's another way to approach it. Let's call this template B. I'm asking for blank so that blank. It looks like this. I'm asking for a clear owner today so that we don't lose momentum after this meeting. Or I'm asking for a decision between A and B today so that we can move forward without confusion. Or I'm asking for alignment on the goal first so that we're solving the same problem. Okay, so let me show you how this sounds in real meeting moments. Example number 1, you're proposing an idea to the group. Before, what you might have said was this. Okay, so I was looking at the data from last quarter and there are a few variables and we've tried a couple approaches, but using the I factor approach I just taught you, instead you would say, My recommendation is we pilot this with one team first because it reduces risk and gives us proof before we scale. Example 2 is how to disagree with someone professionally and confidently. Before, you might have said, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but maybe we should consider waiting. Using my I factor approach, instead, you say this. The point is, we're not ready to launch. The reason is we haven't tested this with customers yet. And example 3 is when you're seeking clarity on next steps. Your approach before, just to make sure I understand, who's going to say what after this? But with this new structure in your pocket, you say, I'm asking for a clear owner today so that we don't lose momentum after this meeting. Do you see how much stronger that is? How it positions you as confident, as smart, as driving accountability? When your point is this easy to repeat, people remember it and they see you as the leader you are. All right, here's your introvert power practice for this week. Pick one meeting in the next 7 days and plan one 2-sentence contribution in advance. Write it down exactly like this. Sentence 1, my recommendation is X, or I'm asking for Z. And sentence 2 is because X, and so that Z. Then when you speak, you do 2 things. You deliver sentence 1 and pause for 1 beat. And then you deliver sentence 2 and you stop. Don't keep talking, just let it land. And after the meeting, ask yourself, did people respond faster? Did anyone build on what I said? And did I feel more grounded? I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Let me know in the comments below, where I'm also going to include a template for you for these 2 sentences. If you want more tools like this so you're not improvising every time you're in a meeting, also I encourage you to download my free meetings playbook for introverts. The link is in the show description. Until next time, power on.